I'm back with another comparison video. This is the second to last one with the Flip Balm. All I have to do after this one is the Fresh Watermelon EOS, but this one is between the Palmer's Flip Balm and Juicy Watermelon and EOS Honeysuckle Honeydew, so let's get started. Obviously enough, format is the same in both of these. They both have the dome type lip balm in them. I'm trying to screw this back on carefully. And does this one? Very nice. And the packaging is kind of similar. They both do have a somewhat, even though not identical shape, and approximately the same size. But this is like a little tulip shape, whereas this is just a little eggish sphere. These are both natural and organic, actually. And this is definitely not limited edition. The Flip Balms, I'm not quite sure if they are or aren't, but I know there's only 3 flavors currently, so I think they're a permanent staple as long as they're going to be selling the Flip Balms for. The amount of product you get is actually the same in both of these, but I do find it interesting that they both claim to have 1/4 of an ounce when both of them are virtually the same size and shape, and yet look at this, side by side. I mean, granted, one is bigger around than the other, so this may be accounting for the difference in height, but I still feel like this is a lot more than this, but that could just be me, but yeah, I don't know, it's kind of an odd thing, I will admit. But yeah, so, the shelf life on these. On the Flip Balm, it doesn't have an exact expiration date on it, but it does say 12 months after opening, so I've been trying to use it up pretty quickly anyway. However, this EOS does have an expiration date. I'm not positive off the top of my head when this one's is, but it is a newer one, so it's no doubt got a while, but usually they stay good, I think, for a couple of years, so plenty of time. Price-wise, this was cheaper, believe it or not, even though it has more moving parts than this, but this was, I believe, $2.50, maybe $3.50. I forget exactly. I keep forgetting to double check on the website, but I got it on the Target website. If you're curious, you can look it up for yourself. This, though, this was definitely $3.50. Also from Target. Unless if I got it from Walgreens. So I think this one was from Target. Sturdiness-wise, this is a more rubberized texture, so it is more prone to scratches and nicks and dings and things. This is a harder plastic, but it's also a thinner plastic and kind of feels like it could potentially be flimsier. And also, there's the issue of there being moving parts and hinges and things that could feasibly break, but hard to say. So I'm very careful with it. What I find interesting is when you open it up this way, you see there's actually a bunch of empty space down around the Flip Balm itself. Like, I know there has to be enough room for it to flip all the way around in here, but there's definitely extra room, and I'm not quite sure what that's about, but definitely interesting nonetheless. I don't know if it's maybe so in case it starts to get melty and drips, it just goes to the bottom, or what exactly that's about, but definitely interesting. And I also just noticed that much like the EOS has the thumbprint on it, these have little thumbprints on them too. Smaller though, but I didn't even notice that till just now. Oh wow. Anyways, special features, the only one between the two of them is just the flipping action of this one, because there's no SPF, no medication in either of these. That is literally the only thing of note in either one. Scent-wise, they're both pretty excellent. This one smells very legitimately watermelon. Plus, you can also pick up on the cocoa butter, which gives it like a slightly chocolatey hint to it, but it's mostly just straight, authentic watermelon. The Honeysuckle Honeydew, however, it's actually a very similar scent in my opinion. Probably just because generic melon smells are pretty similar to each other, but there is like a bit more hint of sweetness to this, and I assume that's where the honeysuckle comes in, even though if you try to pinpoint Where the honeysuckle is in it specifically, good luck with that unless you're checking it side by side with the fresh watermelon EOS. That is the only time in history I have ever been able to pick up on it at all. Color-wise, the wax is just white in both of them. It goes on clear. Flavor-wise, this is where it does get a bit different because there is a much more, not vibrant, but stronger taste in the Flip Balm than there is in the EOS, and it definitely tastes like watermelon. It's not just a straight-up sweet, generic taste. This also has a sweet taste to it, but not nearly as strong, and even though I suppose you could argue that it also tastes like melon, it's harder to discern what the specific flavor is, so that it is something to keep in mind. Consistency-wise, they're also pretty different because this is very thin and quite watery. It's really slick, kind of oily-ish, all in good ways. It doesn't feel bad or anything. I like it. And this is more of a medium thickness lip balm, no stickiness, however. It's very, very smooth and very rich in everything, and it does feel really nice, don't get me wrong. I do love it. That's why I keep rebuying this product every time either one goes bad on me or that I use it up. But, no, it's still a very satiny sort of a finish to it, but it is very different from this guy over here. There is no doubt about that. Moisturization-wise, they both do an excellent job, I've found. Shine factor, the Flip Balm is really glossy and really high shine. The EOS, not so much on this one. It's got a little bit of shine, but not a lot. I will be honest with you there. So, longevity-wise, the EOS runs rings around the Flip Balm. The Flip Balm, I don't even get an hour's worth out of it, but this I had on for like 2.5 hours earlier, even with drinking stuff, basically constantly the whole time I had it on. So that's pretty good, especially for an EOS, because a lot of them do not have that kind of staying power to them, I've noticed, so I like that. Anyway, if I had to pick one over the other, oh shit, I don't know that I can pick one here. This is going to be really tricky because I love both of these. This is one of my favorite EOS products. It's one of my favorite lip products in general. And this, by far, is one of my favorite lip products I've ever used. I'm honestly going to admit it's a tie between these two. And it's probably also going to be a tie between the fresh watermelon one as well, before I even knew that. Just throwing it out there right now. But, yeah, I love both of these so much, it's impossible for me to pick one over the other. So, either one, they're both fantastic. If you have one or the other, consider yourself lucky because they're both amazing products. If you have both of them, I'm sure you can also attest that they're both wonderful. So, that's about all I have to say on this one. So, as usual, if you like the video, click the like button. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, leave comments down below. Do you have this one? Do you have this one? Do you have both of them? Which one do you like more and why? Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me review most next, as well as anything else you'd like to leave me. And until next time, bye!